everyone, welcome to a new video. In today's video I have Derek as a special guest because I need him to talk about what happened a few weeks ago. Hope everybody's doing good. We're holding up. It's a scary thing, but you just gotta push through. But today I'm 9 days seizure free. I'm still very sensitive to lights and sounds, and then if I get overwhelmed with anything, that could trigger an aura. I've been having a lot of auras lately.
Yeah, last 3 days in a row.
Yeah. But they don't turn into seizures, they just last for a couple of hours. At least until I fall asleep, because they're normally at nighttime.
Which is good, I guess, because then during the day at least they don't bother you.
Yeah. So on March 2nd, I was home alone. Derek was at work, and TV was on. The TV's over that direction, and then over there, that's where I was standing. That's the kitchen. One of those emergency broadcasting systems came on the TV, and it had that really loud, like beeping noise. I don't even remember how it went.
It's just annoying.
But it gave me an aura. So the first thing I can think of was to call Derek. I called him and I told him what had happened and that I had an aura. And then I don't remember anything after that.
Well, we talked for probably, I don't know, at least 5 minutes before you had a seizure.
Yeah.
So we were talking, and I sounded like you were getting kind of better, and then you always do this thing right before you have a seizure where you almost look like you're gonna cry. You're like, it's gonna happen, like you know it's gonna happen. So I was on the phone, but I knew no one was around, so I just had to make sure that you were on the bed, on our bed, in the middle, so at least if you shake a lot, you haven't fallen off our bed yet, knock on wood. So before all this, I asked you what time you're getting picked up, because your mom was gonna pick you up. But you said not till
It was supposed to be 10:30.
and this was about 10 o'clock. So
Yeah.
I would have called if you weren't having a seizure on the phone with me talking to you. I probably would have called your mom to maybe get there sooner, because I'm sure she was just at the house. But
Yeah.
I was already on the phone with you, so I knew I had to act fast. So I just basically ran it because I was out in the warehouse putting stuff away, and then I could hear you having a seizure, which I have to tell you, it's very nerve-wracking when you can hear the other person, but you know you can't do a dang thing about it. So I ran in and grabbed my keys and went and just ran out, basically told my boss I'm leaving, I'll be back a little later, gotta go check on Julia, blah, blah, blah. He already knows.
He knows the situation.
He knows the situation. And so he's like, oh, no questions asked.
Very understanding.
Yeah, no questions asked. I just took off. And then as I'm driving, you had 2 more, because I just kept you on the phone the whole time, just trying to talk to you and stay calm. And of course, it felt like an eternity. And of course, it was the day I hit every light red, and idiots were out and about. Not blink, not signaling, not just everything that could go wrong was going wrong. I was trying to stay calm for her sake, because I know if I started getting agitated and yelling at people and all that, it wouldn't have been good, because it might have, you know, made her have another seizure, or maybe amp up the strength of the seizure she was having. Maybe it wasn't that, because obviously I couldn't see her, I could just hear her. Finally got home, pulled into the driveway, and then ran inside, and you were laying on the bed. So I think you had 3 on the phone with me, and that it realistically was probably like a 20-minute time frame from when you called me, from when I got my keys, from when I got in the truck, parked, and came inside. It was probably only maybe 15-20 minutes, but it just seemed like an eternity. Yeah, so that was my side of the story. I guess I would say if you're ever in that situation as the helper, not the person with the seizure disorder, just stay calm. That's all you can do. Stay calm, tell them, you know, get down, get to a safe place as quickly as you can. So hopefully you can get there in time before they hurt themselves. Luckily you always know pretty much right before you're gonna have one.
Yeah.
Which is somewhat good, because at least you can get down.
Yeah.
So that's my side of the story, so you can say your side of whatever you remember.
All I really remember is, so originally I was on the phone with my mom. We were talking about her picking me up at 10:30 that morning. We were just gonna go grocery shopping. We hung up. I was actually in the kitchen getting something to eat, and then one of those emergency broadcasting systems came on the TV. The first thing I knew to do was to call Derek because his work is closer to our house than my parents' house. So I called him and I told him what was going on, and then yeah, I don't remember anything after that. When I came to, I was really confused. I didn't know that he was coming to the house, but I'm very thankful that he did because that was a scary situation.
Yep. And so then your mom came shortly after, because as soon as I was able to check on you, then I called your mom and said, you just had a few seizures. I ran home. Could she come get you earlier than she was originally going to? That way I could get back to work. Then your mom came and I helped you get outside. I walked you to her car, and then you guys left, and then I went back to work.
We want to talk about what to do if you're ever in that situation. If you're home alone and something triggers an aura and then you're gonna have seizures. For me, I've had epilepsy for the majority of my life, so I'm pretty trained to know what to do when I have an aura. Just like get down, lay down if you can, get on your side. If you have a phone next to you, try to dial 911 or your emergency contact and just try to stay calm, because I feel like if you start freaking out, that just makes everything worse. And even like if you're like in the shower or something and you're home alone. I know sometimes people don't even have auras. They don't know that they're gonna have a seizure. It just happens. Maybe try not to take a shower while you're home alone. Wait till somebody that you live with can come and like stay in the bedroom, just so if you do have a seizure and you fall, you're not gonna hurt yourself anymore, because that person will be there to help you.
Just know your body, know what your triggers are, know what can and can't happen.
Yeah.
And just try to avoid situations that could make things worse, and just stay calm. That's advice I could say, and especially for the person who's helping, who doesn't have epilepsy or PNES or any kind of seizure disorder. Just stay calm, because the calmer you are, the situation can not get out of hand.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I've had way too much practice with you, so
Yeah.
honestly, it doesn't really faze me anymore, and I know that's unfortunate to say, but I'm used to it in a way. I mean, you're never really used to it, but at least it gets easier to stay calm and not panic and not make the situation
It's
worse.
still scary, but you learn tactics.
Yeah, like I pretty much have my routine now of how I take care of you.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be changing that 9 days seizure free, so that's good. It's my best advice for a person who's not the one with the seizure disorder, but maybe a boyfriend or a father or a son or anything, someone else who doesn't have the condition but is taking care or can help. Just stay calm. Stay calm, try to have a good tone in your voice and your body language to kind of help them get through it, because it will stop. Eventually it always stops, and then eventually you can, get back to normal. That's my best advice, just stay calm. Be calm and have patience.
Alright, well, that's the end of this video. I hope you guys found it helpful in any way. If you guys have any questions, let me know.
It's not my page, but even if you had a question for me, maybe you're out there and you have a child or a girlfriend or boyfriend or whatever who has this disorder, and you just wanted to ask me a question, ask it through her on the page, and any questions you have.
Yeah.
We're both here to help. That's the point of this page, is to help people.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
I will see you guys next time.
Bye.